What's up, YouTube? This is NYG here. I just saw Bad Dog's last video about the Giants' prediction schedule. But remember the last time I made a Giants prediction schedule, I have us going 8-8 and 7-9. But this time, I'm going to do something a little different here. In week 1, you know we have the Cowboys. And we're going to be at AT&T Stadium. But the thing with the Cowboys is they got a good secondary, a good front seven, an underrated D-line, and an underrated running back named Ezekiel Elliott. So I'm going to have us losing that game because their secondary is so good and we have problems beating the Cowboys. I think it's going to be close until 3 quarters, but I think the Cowboys is going to pull away in the 4th quarter. So I have us losing that game. Week 2, we have the Bills. With the Bills, I heard they have a good offensive line. I heard they have a good secondary. I heard they have a good quarterback named Josh Allen, which I don't believe he's good. So I think the Bills is going to beat the Jets in week 1, and I think they're going to lose to the Giants week 2. And I think, actually, you have to remember, we own the all-time record against the Bills. So I have us winning against the Bills in week 2. Week 3, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think I have us winning against the Buccaneers. I think their team is a mess. They have a good quarterback named Jameis Winston. I think the offensive line is a question mark. I think their front seven is a question mark. So I have us winning that game. And then on to the Deadskins. Like I said again, I'm going to say this one more time. We're going to sweep the Deadskins this year, and that's all I said. I said it in my last prediction video. They don't got a good secondary. They don't got a good linebacking core. They don't got a good D-line, and Trent Williams is out for the season. So their offensive line is in shambles right now. And they got quarterback issues. So I have us beating the crap out of the Deadskins by 2 touchdowns. Now in week 5, we have the Vikings. This is going to be a kind of a tough game because they got an underrated secondary, they got an underrated linebacking core, and they got an underrated D-line. But Kirk Cousins, he's not a good quarterback to me. I think he's an overrated quarterback. But with Dalvin Cook, they got some good running backs over there, but I don't think it's enough to beat the Giants. So I have the Giants winning against the Vikings. But now, on to the Patriots. This is going to be a tough game because Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, they're one of the best teams in the league. But the thing is, how good Tom Brady is as a quarterback, I think he's going to torch our secondary, our young secondary. I don't think our young secondary is ready to face the Patriots or face the wide receivers of the Patriots. And the Patriots have an underrated running back named Sony Michel. So I have us losing against the Patriots. Week 7 at the Cardinals. I have us winning against the Cardinals because they have to draft a quarterback in the last 2 years. They just traded Josh Rosen this year. They draft Kyle Murray. I mean, their offensive line is a mess. Their secondary is a mess. And I think their coaching staff is kind of a mess. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals beat us. But I think they're a mess right now. But I see us beating the Cardinals. So I have us beating the Cardinals. Week 8 at the Lions. What I must say about the Lions. The Lions have a underrated secondary, an underrated linebacking core, and an underrated offensive. Actually, no, they do not have an underrated offensive line because I'm going to tell you why. They're ranked 28 in rushing. As good as Kerryon Johnson is, as running back, I think their offensive line is underrated. Not to say that we're going to beat the Lions, but I think it's going to be a close game to 3 quarters. I think the Lions going to pull away and beat us. I have us losing against the Lions. With the Cowboys, they beat us at week 1. I don't see us. I don't see them beating us again at MetLife Stadium. So I have us beating the Cowboys. The Jets, I don't care what they say about the Jets. They have a good offensive line. They have a good D line. They have a good quarterback named Sam Darnold. I think Sam Darnold is overrated. I think the Giants go smack the crap out of the Jets. Then we have the bye. Week 12, we got the Bears. I think we're going to lose at the Bears because they got a underrated front seven and underrated secondary. They got a good quarterback named Mitchell Trubisky. And they have a good running back named Tariq Cohen. I think, and David Montgomery is an upcoming star. So I think we're going to lose against the Bears. No question about it. Week 13, we got the Packers. I don't know their players very well. I don't know their secondary situation. I don't even know their corner situation. So I think I have us beating the Green Bay Packers. On to the Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field. The Eagles been smacking us for years. It's going to be no different. So I have us losing against the Eagles. As good as their front seven is, as good as their secondary is, as good as their linebacking core, and as good as their offensive line is, I feel that the Eagles going to beat us. So we losing that game. On to the Dolphins. I heard this team sucks. I heard they don't have a good offensive line. I heard this team is in shambles. I think we're going to beat the Dolphins. And on to the Redskins. You know what I said about the Redskins. I know I said we're going to sweep them, and I stand by it. I think we're going to sweep the Redskins again. The Redskins cannot stand a chance against the Giants. We have more talent than the Redskins. The Redskins are overrated, so we're going to beat the crap out of them. On to the Eagles. Even though it's at MetLife Stadium, I think they're going to beat us again. I think we're going to play a close game against the Eagles for 3 quarters. But after that, they're going to pull away and beat us. I didn't think at the time they got either lead in the division or fight for a wild card spot. So I have us losing against the Eagles. This is it for my predictions for what's going to happen to the Giants. This is it. This is NYG signing out.